What's up, Towners? Today we're going to make a breakfast biscuit casserole. Let's get it. All right, Towners. Start out with this recipe here. We have two skillets going on. We're going to be doing some dual action line chef cooking here. But we start off with some sausage. These sausages that we have here was a family pack of pre-shaped sausage. They were fresh. So we went ahead and added them to the skillet, start cooking them up. We have about 6 sausages here. You don't have to keep them whole. They're ultimately going to be broken up in crumbles anyway. So if you want, you can just chop them, break them up and put them in. But cook the sausage a couple minutes per side and then just crumble them up. In our next skillet here, we have some olive oil. And then we heated that up over medium-high heat and added in some eggs. We have about 6 eggs in this skillet. And go ahead and just scramble those eggs up lightly. You don't have to do them hard all the way because this will go into the oven, so we don't want to overcook them that much. But season them up with some salt and pepper, and just went ahead and scrambled these eggs up. They were a little bit still runny on the inside once I finished cooking them, but after about a minute and a half, 2 minutes or so, those were ready to go. And at this time, our sausage had finished browning. And from here, we just turn the heat off and let that rest while we make our biscuits. Now the biscuit that we're using, this is Carbquik biscuit. I got this from Walmart. Like I said, I normally get this from Amazon, but Walmart now sells this. So I've been picking it up from there and it's a lot cheaper. So we went ahead and got a bowl, added in our biscuit mix, and this is just add water recipe. So season it up with some salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. Added in a little bit of water. You know we had to add in our homies, totally optional. But add in our homies to the mix and just mixed everything together. You want to get this to a cornbread consistency. You don't want this to be super runny like pancake mix because you want your dough to rise a bit. But once we mix everything together, still have some chunks in it, we set that to the side. Now we have our glass dish, our baking dish, sprayed it with some olive oil cooking spray. And now we're going to just layer all of our ingredients into it. First, we're going to put down our eggs. You can do this in whatever layer fashion you want, but I start off by putting down the eggs first. You can also start with the sausage if you want. Then we layer the sausage on top of that, and then added on some cheese, and put our biscuit dough back on top. Now the problem with this is just trying to figure out what size glass dish you want to use, because at first I had a bigger dish that I was going to use, but then I was like, okay, this is going to be spread out and it's going to make the dough will be, well, the overall dish will be a lot thinner because I have the layer spread out a lot further. So I use a smaller dish so that I can pile it up higher and I can get basically like a tower form of it. But here we are adding in our Carbquik biscuit dough mix on top, just basically trying to smash it in so that way it kind of tuck it into the side so that way it won't overflow while cooking or rise up, and smooth out the top. And I did spray that with a little bit of additional cooking spray. You can add melted butter if you want on top. And then I popped that in the oven at 350 degrees. Now, normally this biscuit dough, if you're just making regular biscuits, it takes like 10 to 12 minutes for the biscuits to finish. But in this case, it took about almost 25 to 30 minutes for the biscuit dough on top to harden up for me to the level that I wanted to be done. After it came out, it was still white and pale. So I did turn on the broiler and brown the top half of the biscuit dough. But this is our final product of how it came out. I really like the way it looks. Nice biscuity, baked, flaky color on top. The color doesn't have a flake, but you get what I'm saying. So now we're going to cut it open. This was about maybe 2 minutes after coming out of the oven. I probably should have waited a little bit longer for it to cool down. Because it didn't crumble apart, but it probably would have given me a smoother cut through, as opposed to kind of just breaking apart once I cut into it. But got our wooden spatula inside here, and I was able to get out a nice size piece here. It all came out together. And you can see the layers inside of it. Still a lot of smoke and steam coming out of that because, like I said, it just came right out of the oven. So feel free to cool yours off a little bit first. Or if you want, that's just for presentation purposes. You can just dive straight into it if you want. But here's our final product. Eggs at the bottom, sausage in the middle, and our biscuit dough on top. I try to pull off a little piece here, and I don't know what that little crumble did that I that I pulled off, but This is our breakfast biscuit casserole. I do plan on making this with a lot of other ingredients. The biscuit topping, possibly like a pot pie or something along those lines. I really like the way the biscuit came out on top. The only thing is, if you do it bland, or not bland, if you do the biscuit dough just plain, because you just add water to it, if you just cook it like that with just water, it is a little bit chalky. So make sure you season it up a little bit with whatever flavors. If you want sweet, go that route. If you want savory, go that route. But yeah, just know that the biscuit dough for this this Carbquik is a bit chalky. Here we are getting into it. You can see all the layers there. You can taste all the flavors on that. It all just mixed well together. It's kind of like eating a biscuit sausage and egg sandwich. You just don't have that top layer. I guess like an open face sandwich. But this came out really great. Definitely gonna do this again, and you can make it for a larger batch for more people. If you guys have any comments or questions, please feel free to hit us up in the comments section. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Enjoy.
Enjoy. And please subscribe. Enjoy.
Hey Towners, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. All ingredients and directions are listed in the description box below each video. And as always, thank you guys for watching.